welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, we're going to be going over some really great opportunities, starting off with some from Starbucks. Y'all know I love to bring y'all fire jobs, so make sure you are locked in with the channel and you subscribe. Today, we are going to be definitely going over the tier level roles, which means we will be going over higher tier roles that may require a little more experience or education, and then we will be going over some lower tier roles that don't require as much experience or education. Now, let's get right into the jobs that I do have for you today with Starbucks. The very first one that I have here is their partner relations consultant role. This is completely remote, and here is the actual job ID. Now, this is out of Seattle, Washington. If you don't live in Seattle, Washington, I do have another role that we will be going over, but I did want to bring this to anyone who is definitely looking for something remote. It is completely, as you see, remote. Okay, the annual salary here is $105,000 up to $186,000 annually. Now, getting down into the specifics about this actual role, you'll be consulting with retail leaders on partner employee relations related questions and concerns that involve a high degree of complexity or risk to the business. You'll be leading complex investigations of partner relations, issues, and concerns involving allegations where there is a high degree of risk. You'll be providing performance management consulting. You'll be building and maintaining strategic partnerships with multiple partner relation teams and leadership teams in the retail organizations. You'll be identifying, leading, and participating in project work to ensure consistency across the organization. You'll also be interpreting and driving evolution of the Starbucks HR policy, procedures, standards, and practices. You'll be analyzing metrics and share insights as well. Here are some of the requirements that they do have for this role. You will need 6+ years of human resource generalist or related experience with an emphasis on employee relations that include coaching, performance management, consultations, and performance development. You're also going to need 4+ years of consulting with internal clients to identify business needs and recommend solutions. If you do also have experience with influencing your leadership, experience navigating the retail environment, also have a knowledge of local, federal, and Eastern U.S. employment law, okay, and regulations such as the Fair Work Week in Philadelphia. Also, having 3 years of experience managing others is preferred. If you do have a BA or BS in business, psychology, education, communication, or related field, that is great. Closely related human resource work experience or training may substitute for advanced education on a year-by-year basis, okay? So if you do have the experience in human resources, you can still apply at least 4 years of experience. Also, you're going to need to be able to work on an Eastern or Central time zone. That is also a preference that they do have for this role. Now, some of the benefits that you do get is free coffee, okay, plus competitive pay. You'll also get their exclusive benefit packages like the medical, the dental, the vision, 100% of tuition coverage reimbursement. They also do have a Starbucks college achievement plan. You'll get the health coverage. You'll get the stock and the saving programs as well, okay? Now, if you do live in Greater Seattle, Washington, they do prefer that you be on a flexible work schedule that allows for hybrid work, okay? Meaning some days in, some days out. If you don't live within Seattle, Washington, it is completely fine. You would just work completely from home. If you do live in Seattle, Washington, you are going to have to go in a few days a week on a hybrid schedule, okay? Now, it does say partners can work remotely up to 2 days per week if you are in Seattle, Washington. So keep that in mind. You'll be 3 days in the office, 2 days at home. But if you do live somewhere else, then it'll be a completely work from home job, all right? If you are interested in this role, once again, this is the partner relations consultant role with yours truly, Starbucks. Let's get into the very next role that we do have with Starbucks. This one is the Service Delivery Rep Senior remote role, and here is the job ID. Now, this one is hiring out of their Seattle, Washington office as well, but you definitely can work directly remotely, okay? No matter where you're sitting, as long as you're not in Seattle. This specific role, if you are in Seattle, you will have to go into the office 3 days a week and be home only working 2 days a week remotely. So keep that in mind. If you're sitting anywhere else, then you can definitely work completely remotely, okay? Now, the pay range is $22.88 up to $38.89 hourly for this specific role, and you will be within their finance and accounting department, okay? Getting down into some of the specifics about what you'll be doing in this role, you'll support complex processes that are related to supplier records, item setups, purchases, and invoicing transactions. You'll consult with internal partners and suppliers to address their specific needs as Starbucks customers. You'll be managing transactions and complex purchasing and invoicing activities. You'll also be executing analysis on supplier purchasing and invoice data to identify and correct data issues. You'll effectively communicate to all levels of business and knowledge levels related to sourcing to pay activities. What they're looking for from you is for you to have a high school diploma or above, a college degree, but you really just need that high school diploma. Being able to communicate clearly and concisely, both oral and writtenly, also being able to balance multiple priorities and meet deadlines. You're also going to need to be able to work independently, but also be able to work on a team and with team members. You're going to need that attention to detail, really being able to critically think and having that analytical way and thought process about you. You're going to also need effective communication and customer service skills, be flexible and be able to adapt to different work environments and changes within the work environment, and also effectively being able to organize large volumes of data and projects. You're also going to need to have intermediate skills in Microsoft Office suites like Excel, Outlook, Word, those kinds of things. Now, they are asking that you at least have 2 years of experience working, okay? So definitely for this job, it's more entry level. It's more of, an intermediate level role. They're not requiring a whole lot of experience at all. And it can be a match of different experience. You could have volunteered somewhere. You could have worked at a friend's daycare center, whatever. As long as you can show that you do have some type of experience working with people, that's what they care about. Now, you do get those free benefits as well with the free coffee, your comprehensive pay, which is great pay. And then you do get the medical to dental division, 100% tuition reimbursement, their stock purchasing plans and saving programs as well. And they also do have flexible scheduling. All right. So definitely, if you're interested in this role, this is more of an entry level role with Starbucks. This is the Service Delivery Rep Senior role. It's fully remote, and get over and definitely apply yourself and apply for this role if you're interested. Okay. Now, getting into the very next role that I do have, this is with a company called Myraid Genetics. They are a nationwide American genetic testing company that is out of Utah. Okay. Now, the role that I do have with them is the patient advocate data entry remote role. It is fully remote no matter where you're sitting within the United States. Getting down into some of the things that you will be doing, you will have to work independently to input and manage patient data from a variety of sources in a timely manner. You'll be translating critical healthcare information and test orders from test request forms into database accurately and timely. You'll also be using logic and rules to interpret possible errors in handwriting or communications. You'll be reviewing received orders for required elements and communicating missing elements effectively. You're also going to be working with team members and leadership to effectively resolve arising issues that may fall outside of existing procedures, okay? You'll be contributing independently to a team and the department goals. You're also going to need to be be able to communicate on camera and via microphone in a video meeting, possibly at a moment's notice. Okay, so even possibly being recorded. They also do require you to have effective communication within all of your communication styles via email, messages, remote calls, all of those things. And also you do have to comply with the applicable HIPAA regulations. The qualifications that they have for this role is just having exceptional computer navigation skills, having a high school diploma or a GED, being excellent in using Microsoft Office software like 360, Outlook, Word, Excel, those kinds of things. You're also going to need to be able to type at least 50 words per minute, preferably higher with great accuracy, because you'll be doing a lot of data entry on a day-to-day. So this is a complete, basically, data entry role for someone looking for something entry level. Also being able to do technical troubleshooting and being able to handle complex issues and workloads. You'll also need to be able to accept feedback, written and verbal, really well, be able to prioritize tasks really well, be a quick learner, be detailed oriented, be able to problem solve really, really well, have a high level of accuracy and efficiency, and be able and know how to use Windows and an internet browser. Now, you do definitely need the hardwire internet. You cannot use a Wi-Fi box or anything like that, or a hotspot on your phone. And some of the preferred qualifications that they do have here is if you have prior data entry experience, that's a plus. If you have 6 months to a year of medical setting or transcription experience, that is a plus. If you do have a higher net typing speed, that is also a plus. The physical and mental job demands for this role is just being able to perform the essential job functions really well. You're also going to need to lift and move things up to 25 pounds and have really great vision, because you will have to look at things really in depth, try to figure out handwriting and things of that nature. Now, it does come down here and they just have it that they're an equal opportunity employer, and this is where you would come and you would apply at the very bottom here. Okay, now what they also do have here is the midpoint salary is $38,000, so the higher is probably in the 40s somewhere. So this is definitely something more of an entry-level role for anyone who is willing and ready to definitely come and apply for this role. Once again, this is the patient advocate data entry role with Myraid, and get over and apply. Now, if none of these roles specifically align with you and what you're looking for currently, definitely make sure you check out the previous videos from this week to see if any of those roles better align with you and your background and where you want to go in your career currently. In addition to that, make sure you are locked into the channel by subscribing, clicking that bell notification on, and clicking all so you can be notified each and every time I drop new videos with new roles. I don't want you to miss out on a great opportunity just because you were not a part of the family and the community here on YouTube. In addition to that, if you are entry level and you are looking for something remote, definitely make sure you get my remote pathways job title guide down below. It really does help you decipher what jobs are best fit for entry level based on their job titles, and being able to really cut out all of the busy work and all of the time wasting of looking at jobs that may not be a great fit if you are entry level and you're looking to get into something remote. It really is a great list of job titles that really help you find really great remote jobs as an entry level worker automatically. Okay, so it's a cheat sheet for you guys. I did create it just for you because I know sometimes it can be hard not only trying to get into the corporate career world, but also trying to look for something remote adds a second layer of issue. So definitely, if you are entry level, or even if you're on your second or third job and you're trying to get something remote, definitely that is a free resource and tool for you guys to help you along the way. You can get that in the description box below. In addition to that, all of the resources from today's video, all of the jobs will be in the description box as well. Until next time, make sure you continue to thrive and stay on those great career goals. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.